Hi everyone, and welcome to Tarot for You 444. I'm so excited that you could be here today because we're talking about the traits of divine masculine, and in this case the star sign we're discussing today is Leo. So Leo is a fire sign, which means they really have this, passionate way, this sometimes my way or the highway kind of feeling about them, which is good because they're assertive, but it can also mean that their ego is pushing them forward instead of their heart space. And so when dealing with a divine masculine Leo, you've got to remember that their ego is definitely something that is a part of them, and if they're on a spiritual journey, it's very difficult sometimes for them to put put your ego in the corner, right? Unless you need to be assertive in some way, shape or form, with a person, place or situation, but they will find it really difficult. So if you bring up I don't want any bad comments from Leos after this. I'm just being honest, okay? I just thought of that then. Hang on, let me have a drink. Okay, so we love you, Leo. Let me just say. But sometimes you're in your ego a little too much, divine masculine Leo, because this is because when you are complimented, or when someone agrees with you, or when things go right for you the way you want them to go, you feel stable and loved as well. So this is kind of the currency for Leo. If everything is right in the world, if their friends are happy and in agreement with them, if their love life is spicy and exciting, then they're happy because their ego is being pandered to, which is nice. And I guess all star signs enjoy this in some way. I mean, we all have an ego, but if something doesn't go right for the divine masculine Leo, and he's not in his heart space, or he's let his guard down, let's say, then he can come across as quite rude, quite belligerent, and quite unyielding, unwilling to back down on a situation or a set of words that have been said. They will hold on to what you've said from 2 years ago, that when we went to that restaurant, let's say, you looked at that woman the wrong way, and obviously you were thinking dirty thoughts about her or something, let's just say, and they will hold on to that. And so in a conversation that might be 2 or 3 years later, and you say to them something like, well, you're a womanizer, or, I mean, not that you should be saying that to anyone, but let's just say you were talking about the topic of being a womanizer. They'll then go, oh yeah, remember that time we were in the restaurant and you accused me of liking that woman, right? So they will remember, and then they will bring out their wand and light it and kind of burn you on the butt with it because you've hurt their ego. So I'm going to get myself into so much trouble. Leo, I really do love you. Okay, so think lion. Think of an actual lion, you know, in Africa or wherever, and, you know, in the wild, and they see something they want, you know, like a food source. So there's the lion, and, you know, in the distance is the impala, and it's grazing right now, and it's going to sneak up behind the tree and it's going to pounce on the impala, and you know, there is no way the lion will not be getting fed. Okay, so this is how Leo divine masculine is if he's hungry for something. This might be a creative passion, this might be you know, something to do with employment, this might be a conversation that he wants to have, this might be that he wants to go and, you know, donate blood at the hospital or something. You know, if they're passionate about it, they will pounce on it. So regarding the twin flame journey, if they're passionate about divine feminine, you will definitely know. Because they're fire signs, the distorted masculine, unfortunately, can come into a player energy. So there are many divine masculine Leos, unfortunately, who are in the, you know, that player energy where they have multiple women. I think they call it benching, where, you know, they've got one woman there, you know, they just can contact that woman, and then 3 days later that woman, and then 3 days later that woman, and then because they're more interested in this woman, they'll continually talk, and then they'll just send a message to these other women periodically. Or if they're really, really toxic, because they enjoy sex a lot, they may sleep with multiple women at the same time. This is not obviously for the divine masculine who isn't distorted. This is for the distorted masculine who's craving love. This is how they feel loved, through sex, and also through getting their own way in conversation, in you know, decision making. You know, if they're not getting their own way, yeah, they can really roar like a lion. They can really get pissed off. Excuse my language, but that's the truth. So in the heart space, when they do come into spirituality and open their heart space, then they will be a majestic, beautiful lion that's already been fed. So he'll sit there, you know, and his mane will be beautiful. I mean, they always look beautiful, Leo. Divine masculine Leos always tend to have this, you know, raw beauty. You know, they might have beautiful eyes, or they might have lovely way of speaking, or you know, they might walk with that bravado or that pride. So this is really important to know. The ones that have come into their heart space who are spiritual will be loyal. However, because of the ego, their temptation for perhaps sex or addiction, they're prone to addiction, so they might smoke, they might drink, they might do you know, drugs, they might be addicted to prescription medication, and this is because there's some part of them within themselves that longs for the ego to be built up or pandered to in some way, shape or form. And if they're not getting that, they might look outside of themselves instead of inner. They might, instead of going within themselves and learning to be happy from within, they might reach out to porn addiction or multiple people, or you know, have, I don't know, 8,000 friends on Facebook or something. You know, they just feel that need for their ego to be catered to. So just be aware of that. The best way forward with a Leo is to be honest with them and tell them what you expect. You expect them to be loyal, you expect them not to cheat, you expect them to talk with you if they've got a problem, rather than, you know, go and use something outside of themselves to cope. And also saying that you're there for them will be really helpful, even though they're highly independent and they kind of come across as not needing anyone. But they really do. They really, really need I don't know which character it is in The Wizard of Oz that needs, is it the lion that needs the heart? It's kind of, I think it is, but it's kind of similar, you know. It's like this lion has got this massive roar, and I'm so independent, and I'll get my own dinner, and I'll, you know, feed myself, and I'll have relationships with who I want to have relationships with. But really they're crying out on the inside, needing love, needing proper connection, you know, needing that beautiful love from Divine Feminine. And they're also very, 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 so I hear, sexy and naughty and devious lovers. Cute. So, you know, they might be into BDSM or spanking, or I don't know, they might tie you up or something. Or they might just want to go for hours, you know, depends. All right. I'll leave it there. Hopefully I don't get any crazy comments down below, but yeah, that's my take on Divine Masculine Leo. Have a great day, everyone, and yeah, good luck if you've got a Leo Divine Masculine, because yeah, they're very fiery, very passionate. It's like having a pet lion, you know. Have fun. All right, bye everyone.